Hey there everyone, Captain Beards here, bringing you another Langrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, so looking back at my YouTube channel, I thought I had my Leon guide up and I did not, so I decided I'm going to just do a re-guide on him, a rebuild pretty much. I do have him level 60 and I honestly got to say he's probably my most used unit. And you will hear on the JP side, our Asian server side, you will hear a lot of the term Langrisser, and that's because a lot of people say he's an overpowered unit. They say he's the best unit in the game. I can't really argue against them because he is a very strong unit and very good, and his kit is just phenomenal. So let's get into it here. Alright, so Leon is level 60. Now, you're going to want to invest runes in him. And I would honestly say if there's one unit to really throw runes at very quickly, it's going to be Leon. Just because his kit, everything about him just is fantastic. So the first path I went to is the Royal Knight. Now the reason why I went Royal Knight is to pick up the Imperial Charge, which is the fusion power for the Empire's Honor. Now with that, so we go over to the Empire's Honors here. The only people that carry that fusion power are going to be Leon himself and Bernhardt. So if you do not have Bernhardt and you want to run the Empire Honors team, then go ahead and take your Leon down the Royal Knight path. Now let's go look at the kit here. Don't go Swordsman. You don't want to take your Leon Swordsman. Crush is not a bad thing when HP percentage is higher than the enemy's. Attack increases by 12% when entering battle. It's actually quite good to pick up and throw on his other kit. But, you know, do you really want to invest all those runes? That's quite a lot. So I'd recommend go Highlander. Picking up Attack Break is not bad. And then going into Royal Knight to pick up Imperial Charge, and then his strongest move, which is 1,000 Hooves, which is very powerful and can cause you to kite the enemy. So then once you have that unlocked, then you might want to go into the Grand Knight and then go pick up the Strike Master. Now a lot of people, there's a lot of arguments right now that Royal Knight is better than Strike Master, and then there's people saying that Strike Master is better than Royal Knight. Strike Master is going to give you the higher attack stat, but Royal Knight is going to give you the overall better stats, as in like defense and HP and all that other stuff. So if you want to be a little bit more tanky, I should say, then Royal Knight is the way to go. And if you want to be just pure attack, then Strike Master is the way to go. Do understand they're both extremely good, and I would give both classes a 10 out of 10 easily. So either one you run with, beautiful, right? And on top of that, range 1, move 5 on both of them. Range 1, move 5 on both of them. So nothing to worry about there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at my kits here. So it's telling when every block one with every one block move, damage increases by 3%, defense increases by 15%, can move another 3 blocks after attacking. So this becomes very powerful. What you want to do with your Leon is pretty much be as far away from the opponent as possible and then have them move and attack. So that's why you're going to see people do a when they're in the enemy's face, instead of them attacking, you'll see them move around the enemy and attack them from the back or something like that, just so that way they can make his talent proc off, increasing his damage, also increasing his defense. And it's very good. Can move another 3 blocks again after attacking, which is helpful because, like I said, it helps him kite. Now into the skills here, as you can see, I've chosen Chivalry and 1,000 Hooves. Chivalry is just a nice little buff. It's something that helps your Leon able to work on pretty much any team without having to run his fusion power. So that's one thing to understand, that if you do not have Bernhardt, you can still at least run your Chivalry, which gives a beautiful buff. But on top of that, it lets him move again. So after you cast this, he gets to move another 3 blocks, and then he can hit them with 1,000 Hooves, which is insane amounts of damage. So that's my current kit. Now, if you want him to be a little bit more, you know, be the fusion power buffer and just kind of help out all the way around, another thing you can do is run a setup like this, which is the Empire Honors fusion power. and then 1,000 hooves, or you can swap off 1,000 hooves for chivalry. They both work beautiful. Just know that if you swap off 1,000 hooves for chivalry, yes, it has a shorter cooldown, but you're not going to have any attack moves. So do understand that then it's going to be just strictly Leon's normal attacks doing the damage. So that is one thing to think about. So what's my third spot? My third spot, technically first here, is right now it's a Legion. Can easily be swapped. So I'm running Legion right now because when unit HP is above 90%, attack and defense increased by 10%. Very easy to keep him above 90% HP just because he can kite. So he's able to attack an enemy and get away, and that means he's going to get closer to your healer, and the healer just can keep him above that 90% threshold. Another good thing to run is attack break. Attack break is really good, especially if you're fighting another Leon. If you're about to fight another Leon or Sherry, attack break is actually a very good move to put on, because before the battle there's a 50% chance to reduce enemies attack and int by 20% last one turn. So if you're about to attack another Leon, or if you're about to attack a Sherry, before that battle happens, boom, attack break has a chance to kick off, which can be the difference between your death or you living. Another one is Blast. Blast is really good too. You don't need to run Blast if you're running Chivalry, do understand that. When attacking, if unit HP is above 80%, damage taken is reduced by 30%. So this is more like a tankishness thing, and if I was running him in his other thing besides the Strike Master, if I was running him as a Royal Knight, I'd probably go with Blast, Chivalry, and 1,000 Hooves, just to keep him more like being able to self-sustain damage. So, and it's pretty easy to keep your HP above 80%. So, and 30% reduced damage is a lot. So that's very, very good, guys. But that's when attacking, so understand that. That's only when attacking. So, I went with Legion here, and I think this is probably the best setup currently for Leon, if you don't need to run the fusion power. If you need to run the fusion power, obviously swap out Chivalry or 1,000 Hooves. Really doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, I'd probably swap out 1,000 Hooves just because Leon's attack is already super high. So it's like you can just proc the Imperial Charge, then get close to the enemy, proc Chivalry, move those 3 blocks to make his talent go off, and then do the damage, and he's just going to do insane amounts of damage regardless. Alright, so let's go into the class. So in the next class, obviously, I made him to the 3 gem. Next one will be the Mastery Reward, which I'm actually going to be working on today. And then his soldiers. Now, there is a lot of arguments on the soldiers too. But we're going to skip right to end game here. So in the beginning, you're going to run Bone Dinos. They're just fantastic units. And they're going to bring out a lot of deeps in your unit. And I don't count them out even if you unlock Vampire Bats and Angels. The reason why I say this is because if you're fighting a lot of reds, don't be afraid to throw the Bone Dinos on. That blue advantage can make a huge difference. And if you power these guys up a lot, that can be very, very good. And they keep a lot of mobility too. So what do I recommend? Bone Dinos for beginner to mid-game players. And then once you unlock the Angels, you can run Angels for the rest of your life pretty much. So that's my personal opinion. Vampire Bats are solid too, and I take nothing from them. They're going to give you the same amount of mobility as the Angels. The only difference is they do something different. So after attacking, soldiers can restore HP, 27% of damage dealt after battle. So if you're fighting somebody that's a little bit tanky, that can take a lot of damage, then running the Vampire Bats is good, because that means Leon's going to be able to attack, heal up, and move away because of his talent. So that is very nice. But the problem with the Vampire Bats is you're not going to get any attack stat increase. Understand that. Magic damage taken is decreased by 30%. When soldier HP is above 50%, attack and defense increase by 12%. Obviously, that's going to increase the more I level them up. But so you're going to get a attack and defense stat increase. Also, magic damage taken decreased by 30%. So somebody like Lana, Shelfino, who else? Amilda, who else? Hein. Those mage damage dealers, pretty much, if they go ahead and try to attack you, he's going to take 30% less damage, which is a nightmare for the enemy. Very big nightmare for them. So that's why I prefer Angels over Vampire Bats. But like I said, if you want a little bit more self-sustain, if you want him to heal himself, then Vampire Bats is the way to go. Both 10 out of 10 units for me. Going into the equipment here. So with the equipment, as you can see, he's on pure SR equipment, and I'm going to be leveling them up today. All of them are going to be going to 40. So attack, attack, attack. That's pretty much what you want to base Leon off of. If you are beginner to mid game, you want to go attack stats. End game players probably attack and HP or attack and defense. Something with a little bit more health will help him a lot. But let's go ahead and take a look at the weapons here. So I got Frost Run on him. Frost Run, what I honestly have to say, is probably one of the best weapons to put on your Leon, right? Because attack plus 6%, when attacking, 35% chance to reduce the enemy's mobility by 2 blocks after battle. That's, I feel like that 35% chance is a lie, because I feel like it's a much higher chance. Every single time I attack somebody, it breaks their mobility. And that's a nightmare for them because Leon's ability to move away. So pretty much he attacks and then he gets to move away, and they can't go after you because he just broke your mobility. Now, on top of that, if you throw 1,000 hooves in there, that's another chance to break mobility, by the way. So, not another chance. That is going to break mobility. So, somebody like Sherry are fighting another Leon, hitting them with the Frost Rend or hitting them with 1,000 hooves really hurts them because their mobility then gets shot down. So, very, very good weapon here. Going into carbon fiber armor. All right, when unit HP is above 50%, defense and magic defense increased by 4.5%. When unit HP is below 50%, attack and skill increased by 4.5%. So I put this on because, you know, it gives them a, like I always say, it gives them self-sustain, being above that 50% threshold. But once he drops below, that's pretty much just he going into glass cannon state. He's going to get in your face, he's going to hit you, and he's going to have increased damage for his attacks and skills. So that's why I went with the carbon fiber armor here. Next, Ania's helmets. This is one that I was going to swap out, but I decided I'm going to keep it just because I want my Leon to have a little bit more tankiness. I want him to take a hit. So HP and defense, HP 4%, defense 2%. I'm going to keep that. I am going to be leveling that up so that way we can get those stats a little higher. Next, we're going to look at the winged shin guards. Attack plus 4.5%, which in itself is beautiful. When attacked, defense increases by 6%. No, it's very hard for people still to attack your Leon just because, you know, he can kite so well. So he goes in, he attacks. If he's using 1,000 hooves, their mobility is broken. If Frost Run kicks off, their mobility is broken. So if they have that opportunity to attack you, his defense increases by 6%. Which is very bad for them. Now looking at the enchantments here. So with the enchantment, I went with Rough Sea. Let's go to the Forge here. So I went with Rough Sea. Here it is, right? Rough Sea, I recommend either Rough Sea or Full Moon. My first time from beginner to mid game, I literally ran Meteor on my Leon. I ran Meteor all throughout, all the way up till I was like level 50. So if you want to run a crit set, I do kind of recommend it a little bit. It is going to give you some nice deeps. Make sure that if you run a crit set, build a crit pretty high, but make sure you still focus on attack so that way when he does attack, it's going to be high, and if he crits, it's even higher, which is nice. You don't want the crit to be a normal attack that you can get from Rough Sea and Full Moon, right? So, but I do recommend running Rough Sea or Full Moon. Rough Sea is going to be more on the offense, so you want to be pretty much very aggressive. You want to get in your opponent's face, attack them, and get away because this is all when attacking. So when attacking, attack increases by 10% and damage taken is reduced by 15%. So you want to be very aggressive. Full Moon is more passive. When HP is above 80%, all offensive and defensive stats increase by 10%. So that's more like a balance. Full Moon, I would say, is a balanced enchantment for him. Rough Sea is more very aggressive, but they're both extremely good. I take nothing from them. So definitely one of those two are even. Like I said, the Meteor is not too bad. And then what you're going to want to go for on stats is attack percent, just like I said. I got HP and defense here, which I'm going to be swapping one of these two. So it's either the HP and defense or it's going to be this one here. The magic defense is nice. The defense is nice, but attack 2% is no bueno, especially when I got my defense and HP. 7% and 9%. I don't like that at all. Then I got attack plus 4% here and crit plus 4% there, which is very nice too. So I'm definitely going to be re-rolling my stats today on him, but that is pretty much my kit for Leon. If you are running your Leon in any other way, comment down below and let me know. Right now, let's get into the showcase. Alright, we're in the showcase here. So this is my current favorite team to run with Leon. It's a little bit of a hybrid. I have Altamula running the Strategic Masters buff, which Leon is a part of. So that really helps out. Now, if you want to go pure Strategic Master team, you could, and it'd be very powerful. Switch over your Lanford to his red state. Have Sherry running in Luna's spot there. I mean, Lana's spot. And then run your healer in the back, which could be TRs, or it could be your girl Liana here, but somebody like TRs. So you can run a very powerful Strategic Master team like that. Right now, my Lanford is not red, so I'm not going to run this team, and my Sherry is not built up the way I want her to be, so that's why I don't currently run this team. But my favorite current team right now is this setup here. Boom, and boom. I like that team there. Now, you could also run your Empire Honors team. So what you could do is swap over or pretty much all your units for the Empire units. So Bernhardt here. Let's go Elwyn here. And then you could keep Liana there since you need a healer, or you can swap over to Amilda, the queen, and have her be your main healer, which she can easily fit in that spot too. So you have pretty much a lot of options when it comes to Leon, if I'm being honest with you. He's the level of teams he works on is actually quite insane. He's like Elwyn, because Elwyn can actually work on quite a few teams himself. All right, so we're going to run this team here. Now, you're probably wondering why I got my Liana there. You'll see why in a second here.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and have Leon Chivalry here.
So, let's bring this to
And take down. I'm only doing level 50 of Anaki's gym because I have not done the blue level 50 one yet. So I am going to be much stronger than these units, but that's a-okay. And then move back here.
Finally.
Let's have our boy. Let's see if we can get him to proc his strategic the Gale. I don't know if it's going to happen, but okay, it didn't happen. That's a-okay. Alright, then we're going to have Act again here. And have Leon go after that assassin. I don't know if he's actually going to reach. Will he reach the assassin? Okay, he will. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this assassin. Boom. Dead. Beautiful. And then we'll have him move here so that way the Bone Rhino can go after him. Alright, and start moving our units forward here. And let's go ahead and activate that. So the mobility on Leon, as you can see right off the rip in the beginning there, is pretty crazy. It's actually pretty freaking crazy. Now, he did Ram, so he did his special move. That's why I did a little bit more damage there. And obviously, Leon running Rough Sea, that means his damage that he takes is quite high, but nothing to be too concerned about, just because the mobility helps him get back to the healer. So even when I go attack this Bone Rhino, for instance, make sure I maximize my space. Like, I don't want to go straight and attack, because then I'm only going to get a 2-block space. I want to go to the side and attack. So I'm going to maximize my space here to maximize my damage there. And then look at the mobility. I can go all the way back to my healer if I want to and heal up. But in this case, I already healed up, so I'm actually going to try to split my units as far as possible now, just because I know Macho Blast is probably going to be coming soon. Oh, he procced Gale. Beautiful. Let's go here. I would like to hit Black Hole on this guy because he does have quite a few buffs here. Oh, he can attack my Leon. Alright, let's go Black Hole. Any debuffs? Hopefully she got some debuffs. Alright, let's do that. I have a feeling the dude's gonna hit Macho Blast. Hopefully he doesn't hit my Leon, because then my Leon will die, and I'm gonna have to use Clock. Okay, he went after the back units there, which is perfectly fine, because I was prepared for this with prayer. Boom. There we go. Let's go ahead and have... I wonder if this will kill her. Because assassins are ranged units, so. Okay, I didn't kill her, and she healed up. Beautiful. Alright, we're gonna start moving forward here, but be very cautious. Can we get Gale again? Nope. Hey, okay. Boom. Alright, cavalry training. Alright, here's where the deeps come into play. So now with my Leon here, you're gonna see, right? I can activate chivalry. So check this out. If I go here, I can't reach Leon, right? But now watch what I'm gonna do here. The level of plays that you can do. Activate chivalry.
So, let's bring this to an end.
He's gonna heal up from chivalry, also from prayer. Move my maximum 3 blocks there. Hit him with 1,000 hooves, which is gonna do very good damage. Then move here. He's gonna heal up again. Move my Liana forward here. Act again here, which also heals, by the way. And lets my Leon move again. Leon is ready to freaking go. Beautiful. Right, now do note he does not have the fusion power up, but he still has chivalry up. So I am going to take advantage of chivalry right now. But first, let's go ahead and do some side deeps here. Can Heaven Sanction reach? Nope, not yet. Unfortunately. Let's see. She can reach with that. Beautiful. Which is going to hinder his mobility. Actually, I don't think you can break the... yep, his mobility is shot. Alright, let's go ahead and hit here. Do this. Shouldn't do too much damage, but 9,000 still something, right? Okay, he's going to move away. Gale procced off. So with Gale procking off, what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to move him away just in case of Macho Blast. I'm going to activate the fusion power, which now boosts Leon. So now when Leon attacks, if it doesn't kill, which I know it is, but if it doesn't kill, Leon can move away and he'll still have the fusion power active, so he'll still be able to take a hit. Now I moved the maximum space there so that way I can make sure I kill the boss instead of moving straight. So like I said, I know that was only level 50 and I know it wasn't that hard, but still really wanted to show off the boy Leon and showcase him in a different kind of team here. So you don't have to run him on Empire Honors team, and you don't have to run a pure Strategic Masters team. And you don't even have to have Altamuller. You can actually have Leon run his fusion power, and he could do just as good work running his fusion power. So do understand that, guys. Anyways, besides that, guys, that was a showcase on Leon. Remember to go down there, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always stay positive. Peace out.